YouTube? I got a new Zippo video for you. It's been, a few days. This Zippo came in a couple days ago. I had to start using it when I got this Zippo because honestly, it's my favorite Zippo in my collection right now, apart from my original brass armor, which also, guys, I'm just going to tell you now, I have decided I'm going to get a new brass armor just because my old one is 8 hours away in Virginia and I probably won't be able to get it back for like a year or two. So in that time, I can spend $20 and get a brass armor. But also, one thing to note about the brass armor, high polished brass armor, is they have also gone up. They are now sitting at the same price as this retail, which is $32 instead of $29.95. I don't know why. I'm guessing all the insanity around the world, but there is an unfortunate story with this Zippo. This Zippo did play a part in getting me fired from a night job. But, I mean, to be all honest with you guys, I'm not going to tell you the name of the restaurant, but Zippo Fanatic knows this story. I've told him already. But there are several things. I'm diabetic, so I have to inject insulin. And so let's say this is the stand, this is the back shelf of the, and these are the doors over here, and people walk in and go to the stand. Now, whenever I drop insulin, I wasn't going to go into the bathroom because that's unsanitary, so I'd sit down behind the stand and be drawing up insulin, and that was one of the things that they got pissed off about. And what I should have said, because I'm guessing they thought that, customers coming in, if they look over, the desk, they could see me, but in reality, I was sitting behind it on the floor. No one was going to see me, but they, in my opinion, they were just looking for a reason to get rid of me. And, that place really wasn't the best place to work anyway, because everyone was quitting right and left. Like, when I started working there was 3 other people leaving, turned in their resignations and stuff, and only had like a week left. And then the other thing is I was smoking outside on a smoke break, because they let you take smoke breaks on the clock, and I wouldn't take more than like one a night. And I was out there smoking. I came in with this Zippo, pretend this Zippo is the one in here, because this is the actual one that I was carrying. I had it in my hand, and then when I got up to the stand, I set it on the edge of the stand, bent down to get my meter, and then picked it back up, put it in my pocket. And apparently that isn't allowed. Apparently technically, according to their fire code, you're not supposed to have a lighter out in public, period, inside the restaurant, which is absolute bullshit, because other people had Bics and other cheap gas station lighters that they would be pulling out of their pockets on their way, walking out the back door to, take a smoke break. But it's whatever. I honestly think that the one coworker who actually liked me, and this is, in my opinion, the saddest part of the story, is because we got along very, very well. We liked Zippos. As a matter of fact, she saw this Zippo when I had put it on the table, and I was bending down to get stuff out of my meter, and she was like, "Oh, is that a Zippo?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so we started a conversation about it, and she said, up here it's very clicky, like in this town that I'm in, and if you don't find a clique to be in, then you're pretty much fucked. And honestly, that's true. But anyway, enough of the sad stories. Let's get into this Zippo, because I really love this Zippo. It is the brass 1941 replica Zippo. I've been wanting this lighter for a good year and a half now, and I have finally decided to buy it because it was only like, I can't remember if it was $20 or $17. I think I paid $20 for it, or maybe $21. But as you can see, it features the 14-hole chimney, brass plated, and the hollow flint wheel. So that's nice. It also features the 4-barrel hinge, which, it will tell you all about it there. Modern day Zippos have a 5-barrel hinge, and these hinges don't last nearly as long as 4 or 3-barrel hinges do. And we can go ahead and take a look at the bottom stamp, because this is part of the reason why I like this particular brass 1941 replica more, is because I get completely unlucky when it comes to oopsie Zippos. I rarely ever get one. And when I opened this package, pulled the Zippo out, looked at the bottom, and the stamp was upside down. So this was made in F of 20, which is January, February, March, wait a minute, F, so June of 2020, so just a few months ago. And the insert also shares the same marking of an F of 20. As you can see, the 20 is kind of harder to see because it's not as deeply impressed into the Zippo, and it also features the, you know, standard flat replica case. Now the only difference between this and a real 1941 World War II Zippo is it has the cross hatching of the front wheel. Back then the front wheel was just flat straight across. They didn't add that cross hatching until I think the 50s or 60s. Don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact date that they started doing that, but I think it was after World War II when they started adding the modern excuse me, the modern flint wheels. But other than that, the insert is true to its original counterpart. But I mean, in all reality, they didn't actually make brass 1941 Zippos in 1941 because it was World War II, and all the brass was going to making, you know, shells for, you know, tank ammunition, naval gunship ammunition, you know, anything like that. So, you know, they didn't really have brass at their disposal, but they had steel. So that's what an original would have looked like. It would have had the steel underneath and then the black crackle finish. Anyway, so it is a very nice Zippo. Again, guys, I have been using it for quite some time already because I just couldn't resist just immediately. Like as soon as it came in the mailbox and I saw that I had a package from eBay, I was like, I know what that is. I have to use it. I just have to, and I'm going to use it for the foreseeable future. Now, another Zippo video that's going to be coming up shortly is a brass armor Zippo, high polished brass. I want to get another one. Again, I don't know if I mentioned it in this actual video. If I'm re-mentioning it again, I'm sorry. It's just, I think I mentioned it in the last one that I had to delete because it got too long. My original brass, high polished brass armor is up in Virginia, 8 hours away, and it'll probably be a year or two before I can actually go up there and get it. And plus, that one's very sentimental to me because it's older and it has the older armor bottom stamp and, you know, stuff like that. So I don't really want to even use that much anymore. So I figure I can just buy a new one if it's only 20 bucks. I mean, you know, I can just buy a freaking new one and use that as an EDC as well. But yeah, guys, that's the lighter. It's a very nice Zippo. Again, I love this thing. I can't say enough good things about it. It has a sturdier hinge. It has flat edges, so you can set it like that. You can set it like this. Modern day Zippos. Oh, damn. Well, that's the hinge. But if I set it like this, so there. Yeah, you can see the difference. Now, another video I want to do is a trick video. I recently saw Reservoir Dogs, and I'm sure you guys, anyone who's seen that early Quentin Tarantino movie knows the Zippo trick I'm talking about. But that's one of the Zippo tricks I can actually do quite easily. So that'll be coming out probably right after I upload this video. But anyway, that is the Zippo. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of got rambly there, but you know, that's the Zippo. I love it. It's my EDC now, and I'll probably post an update in, like, you know, 3 weeks or 3 months or whenever it takes, you know, this to start really tarnishing and looking old. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, you know, do whatever you want to do if you want to do it, and I'll see you in the next video.